Magnus Carlsen playing Vladimir Kramnik at the Gashimov Memorial Championship 2015. Rook e8 was Kramnik's last move, and I remember that we were commentating this game live on the Fritz server. And yeah, we were trying to guess White's move in this position, Carlsen's move, and he came up with something we had absolutely not seen, not even thought of. Actually, in this position, White has a rook on d1 and a queen on d8, and the obvious idea is, I think, to remove this knight from f3 to f3, for example, knight d to f3, and then pin this knight in order to win it with c4. This was what we thought should be done in this position, but in fact, if White were to play knight f3 immediately, Black simply can go away with his queen. He can play either queen e7 or queen c7. Let's say queen e7, and then White can win a pawn on d5. This is true, but Black has very good compensation for it. So this is not a real way to play for an advantage for White here. Black has the bishop here, the e file, queen e2 might be an option. So this is nothing, in fact. And Carlsen here played a move which prepares this idea knight f3. And yeah, maybe you can guess this move. I couldn't at the time. What do you think Carlsen played in this position? Knight f3 will be his idea, but he refines it by a very clever move. Very clever move. Okay, do your best, try your best. I hope you'll find Carlsen's move here. Take your time. Congratulations if you really found this move a5. I think it's fantastic. We will see why. a5 is a splendid idea, again by Carlsen, and a move I did not think of at all. It's great. a5. Splendid. a5. A stunning move by Magnus Carlsen. a5. The idea is, well, very simple, to get Black's bishop to this square. Bishop takes a5. This is what Kramnik did. Okay, he can decline this pawn. He can play a bishop c5 or bishop c7, but then obviously a6 is very strong. Yeah, killing Black's queen side in effect. So Black must take. Bishop takes a5. Now he played knight f3. Again, threatening c4, and now we see that Black's queen is tied to the defense of this bishop a5, so queen e7 obviously is not possible. White simply takes on d5 and then on a5, and also some other move. Let's see. Okay, why not? Queen c7, let's check queen c7. Here it's White to play and win as well. Queen c7 keeps the bishop a5 defended and unpins the knight d5, but as I said, it's White to play and win. What does White do in this position? Bishop takes d5. So simple. Black retakes and then queen a4. Double attack versus the now unprotected rook on e8 and the bishop a5. White wins a piece. One of the ideas of a4, a5. After knight f3, neither queen move is possible. Queen c7 allows White to go. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then a double attack on a4. Queen e7 would just drop the bishop on a5. Kramnik played b5, which is of course a very weakening move. At least it prevents c4, but now Carlsen just went back with his knight, targeting this pawn on c6, which supports this knight on d5. And here Kramnik played bishop c7. It seems that Black should have played bishop b7, which is the simple move, the obvious move, one might say. It allows White to regain his pawn. White can now take on d5. Queen takes is not possible because of rook takes a5. Pawn takes and then knight takes b5. maybe with a slight plus for white. Another option here is to play knight f5 and try to get attacking chances on the king side. I don't know what Carlsen would have done after bishop b7. Anyway, Kramnik played bishop c7, which is a very sharp move. It gets the bishop out of the way and prepares to occupy this diagonal to h2 with the queen. Carlsen, of course, now took on c6, and now we see Kramnik's idea. Queen d6, this was his move. Your move again? How did Carlsen continue now? Did he take on d5 with a rook? Or did he play g3? What do you think? Rook takes d5 or g3? These are the moves. Please make your choice. Absolutely right. g3 is what Carlsen did. Rook takes d5, loses on the spot for white. g3 is necessary and good. After queen d6, Kramnik's idea, targeting the square h2, Carlsen played g3. Not possible is, after queen d6, the capture on d5, because black simply recaptures. Queen d5, and after bishop takes e5, rook e1 is checkmate. Note that the bishop c7 is controlling this square, h2. Game over. g3 is what Carlsen did, and now Kramnik has no choice. He must play bishop b7. Bishop b7, and again, it's very sharp position. What did Carlsen do now? What do you think? Capture on d5, is that possible? Is that good? Does he have an alternative? What did he play now? What do you think? Bingo! Bishop f4, Carlsen's continuation, attacking the black queen and also connecting rooks, finally. Getting some sort of safety on the back rank. Bishop f4 is a good move here. After bishop b7, Carlsen played bishop f4, developing this piece and avoiding tricks like bishop d5, when black simply can take the knight on c6, and now bishop takes f7, wins the queen, but loses the game. Bishop takes here, king takes, rook takes d6, and now check on e1, followed by checkmate on h1. Bishop f4, and playing bishop f4, white also, well, connects rooks and gets some control over the back rank. Some control, I say. Bishop f4, Kramnik now took on c6 with a queen. White took on d5 with a bishop. And now Kramnik played rook e1. I said some safety on the back rank for white. Rook e1, check. Well, quite a move, isn't it? Your move again. How did Carlsen reply to this check on e1? What did he do? Nerves of steel. Absolutely right. King h2 was Carlsen's continuation, and this move gives him the advantage. After rook e1 check, Carlsen just went away with his king to h2. Now Kramnik took on d5 with a queen. Instead, by the way, after king h2, rook e1, queen d5 is fine, absolutely fine for black. White has nothing better than queen e4 here, returning the material. Queen e4, followed by general liquidations. Takes, 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 takes. Always nice to say that. Takes, takes. With a level position. But after king h2, Kramnik took on d5 now. Rook takes d5, rook a1, and now the last move for you to find. White to play and win, or get the advantage, or whatever. What's the best move in this position for white? the rook simply goes back and safeguards this square h1, and after rook takes d1, queen takes d1, white is just winning. Here's queen for only rook and bishop by black, and Carlsen won this game. Yeah, fantastically complicated. But what I've found striking this position really here, if we start here, then it really became complicated. The move a5, this is the move which makes Carlsen such a special player, because, as I said, we were commentating this, I don't know with who, I think strong German Grandmaster Carsten Müller was my guest in the show, and we did not think of this a5 move at all. So one of these subtle moves which make Carlsen so very special. I hope you like this.